Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how I turn some tin cans into Christmas decor. I started by taking a thin wood round and using my jigsaw to cut the center out. After I had the center removed, I gave the cut area a quick sand. Next, I laid out the tin cans and then used E6000 to glue them to the wood round and then let the glue dry. I just used an assortment of shallow can sizes. After the glue was dry, I painted it with gold metallic spray paint. I then cut some assorted scrapbook paper into circles to fit the bottom of each can and glued it into place. After I had all the paper glued in, I used some gold glitter glue around the inside edge to help seal the edge and also to add a little sparkle. Okay, I'm going to see how this glitter glue dries. I've never used this Dollar Tree glitter glue before, so I don't know if it's going to flatten out or if it's just going to be thick like this when it dries. I don't know. I may have just ruined the whole thing. I ended up adding a little more gold glitter over that glue because it seemed to be really watery and not very sparkly. I will definitely not be using this Dollar Tree glue again. Each can was going to have its own little mini diorama, so for the mini nativity I used a small slice of styrofoam and glued it to the bottom of the can so I would have a flat surface to glue it onto. I then just glued each of the miniatures into its chosen can. Once all the cans were full, I added some texture paste on the bottom to use as snow. To glue the trees in, I just kind of glued it down like that and then bent it over so the tree would be up straight, and then I'm just hiding all of that with this texture paste so it resembles snow. I'll drop a little bit of a clear glitter over top of it, and that'll help hide the glue and the bases of these trees. I had this extra piece of greenery. I just took my gold spray paint and kind of spritzed over it. Not full coverage, just enough to give it a hint of gold, but still see some of the green. And I'm going to glue some of the pieces in between all the empty spaces. Next, I added all the greenery pieces. where the cans are overlapping the wood, I just take my piece of greenery and I'm just gonna bend it. Then I'm gonna put my glue on that end and then stick it to the can itself so it fills in the blank area. To finish it, I added a wire hanger and a velvet bow. For my next tin can project, I'm going to use a wood round, a tin lid, and 3 assorted sizes of tin cans to make a snowman. I start by using E6000 and gluing the largest can to the wood round. I then used the next largest and glued it on for the head, followed by the lid and then the smallest can, then I set it aside to dry. After the glue was dry, I used some white chalk paint as a primer and covered the entire thing. Next, I took some white paint and added some baking soda to it to make a thick texture paint and painted the head and body with it. I then did the same for the black paint. Next, I drilled a small hole in the side and glued a wire arm into it. I found these at Hobby Lobby, but you could easily make your own with wire or just use a small twig. To decorate his hat, I glued on a piece of velvet ribbon and some holly leaves. For his scarf, I used a piece of torn fabric and tied it around his neck and added a small poinsettia. For his buttons, I used 3 small rusty bells. To make his nose, I cut out a carrot shape from a piece of chipboard and painted it orange. To finish it, I glued on his nose, then glued on small buttons for his eyes and added a rusty snowflake to his arm. For the final project, I'm using an Altoids tin and some miniatures to make an assemblage. I didn't want the gold paint that I originally painted it, so I went over it with another gold color. When that was dry, I used hot glue to attach a piece of styrofoam inside the tin. I then started gluing my trees in, but I should have glued my paper in first, so I traced out my paper pattern and then glued it to the inside top. I also used some gold glitter glue around the inside edge. Next, I used some pieces from an old Christmas card and glittered the edges and set them aside to dry. I then glued on the remaining miniature pieces and again used the texture paste for the snow on the bottom, followed by clear glitter. To cover the stamped metal on the lid, I used a Tim Holtz ephemera label and glued it over top and then outlined it with glitter. To finish it, I simply glued the Christmas phrases on and it was complete. I hope you enjoyed these Christmas Trash to Treasure projects, and I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.